And we're back. We're in the final stretch. Did not mean to do that. Ow, that was a heck of a trap. Let's see what the deal is with this door. Okay then. No idea what that was about. Yeah, I don't think so. Your head shall adorn my dinner table. I don't think so. Another pinnacle portal stone. I have a key that doesn't unlock the chests here. That's helpful. Ow! Better be one amazing cloak. Ah, Deltagar. You a prisoner here? Aye, Maugrim had me thrown in here for refusing to join his cause. My name is Deltagar Zelhund, a former overwizard of the Brotherhood. Tell me, might you be able to free me from this cell? What reward would I get for letting you go? I have nothing to reward you with. Maugrim has no doubt removed my blood link to the teleporters. I can't even make a runestone. I could tell you what I know, however, if you wish. Would you be able to find your own way out? Yes. Yes, one can teleport out of the towers, just not into them. I can leave and return to strike back at that fiend Maugrim as soon as possible. Why don't you join me then? I intend to stop Maugrim myself. I would help you, stranger, if I could. My first allegiance is to the Brotherhood, however. My obligation is to seek out those who remain, not to fight Maugrim by your side. Then forget it. Leave while you can. Thank you. Thankfully, I can still teleport away from here and return to fight Maugrim later. I wish you well, sir. Get out. Useless mook. Grace Lod. He summoned a friend. Slod tongue. Whole lot of nothing. A lich! Just a nameless lich. Now it's a dead lich. Does he drop anything? No. Ugh. 385 experience, so there's that. But, like, why? Prisoner. Ettercap. A dead Ettercap. Is that guy still talking? Okay, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. The guy's talking to a target dummy. Awesome. Well, I think I'm done on this floor. To the the 8th floor. Oh, this looks fun. Oh my good lord. A rock. Spell resisted. Spell not resisted. Spell resisted. Weapon ineffective. Yeah, I get it. The Bone Phoenix is only a +1 weapon. Okay, fine. You a gargoyle. Guess we'll never know. Bottle of wine, really. Oh, you probably are trapped. Nope. Waste of a spell. But that's fine. It's totally fine. Loot bag. Potion of Fox's Cunning. These are probably nothing worth anything. A single piece of gold. 2 pieces of gold. Yeah, no big deal there. Crate. Barrel. Crate. Chest. Trapped. Trapped, but ineffective. Okay, well this floor was dumb. I guess we go to the pinnacle. Let me double check. Post Tower, level 9, and Pinnacle. Okay. So. We're going to rest. Because the next floor is it. Like there's steps to it. But then that's it. Alright, here we go. This should be the final buffing. Well, final pre-combat buffs anyway. Pinnacle. Welcome to level 9. So we're going to save real quick. Because it's been a bit. Arcane. Fly in the ointment. And who are you? Someone who has been following your progress through the tower with a great deal of interest, dear man. You show remarkable determination. I have been in contact with my dear Nephthys, and she has told me much about you. Sadly, she has not been able to reach my old sanctum as you have, or I would already be free. Another one of Maugrim's prisoners, then? Oh, indeed. I am Maugrim's prize, if the truth be known. I am Arcane Brotherhood, a former Archmage Arcane of the Brotherhood, little mortal. Maugrim has power you cannot even imagine. His mistress favors him, and even the power granted me by this form could not resist capture in the end. Interesting. Transformed yourself into a lich, have you? I have, at Nephthys' advice. In fact, it has proven remarkably beneficial, both for myself and the Brotherhood. Maugrim was a surprise. He is my enemy, and that means our interests coincide, yes? Free me from this magical prison, mortal. You assist me, and I shall assist you. I have some questions first. Naturally. Go ahead, mortal. I'd be interested to hear what you have to ask. What do you know about Maugrim and his cult? Ah, now that's an interesting question. I myself have wondered much about the nature of Maugrim's mistress. How is it that she gives him such power? The plague was loose to strengthen her, you see. Each death in Neverwinter fed her with new life force, and I know she seeks even more power yet. Maugrim is desperate to find what he calls the Words of Power. They are ancient artifacts, I believe, 4 in total, though I had never heard of them before Maugrim himself made mention. He holds only one, but his mistress wishes them all. What these Words of Power would do for Maugrim and his mistress one can only guess. I'm sure you can. It would amuse me to see you halt their efforts, if that is your goal. Have you another question, then? Do you know if Aribeth is with Maugrim? The elven blackguard? Indeed. She came with him and lies beyond that door. If you hurry, you might just catch her. Why is Maugrim keeping you captive? Why not kill you? There are many secrets of this tower that are yet mine alone. If Maugrim knew what I knew, he would already be aware of you, and you would not have made it so far. Consider yourself lucky. If I didn't think that you might actually cause a problem for the fool, I might have been amused to warn Maugrim of your presence. Would you be willing to help me fight Maugrim? Certainly not. You are on your own with your foolish quest. I intend to leave this tower and regroup elsewhere with my dear Nephthys. With luck, you will at least weaken Maugrim, or at least drive him from this tower. I intend to take advantage of that in time. That's enough questions. Then what shall it be? Will you free me now? Can you reward me for letting you go? A reward? Certainly, my dear human friend. I can reward you. You see that door that leads into my sanctum? Have you tried to open it? It is locked tightly, with spells that I'm positive you have no ability to break. I happen to know that Maugrim lies beyond it. He is the one you came here for, no? I created the spells that hold the door. I can open it for you, but only if I am freed. It's either that, or you are certainly free to return whence you came, in failure. So what do you say now, mortal? Do you really have a choice? How do I get you out of there, then? You see the 4 braziers that surround me? They sustain the magic that Maugrim keeps me held within, in much the same manner that Nephthys was held. They are protected by their own magic, too much for me to overcome on my own. If you were to damage them, however, and I was to add my power to yours, they could be destroyed, and I freed. Attack them however you wish, and I will turn my own efforts toward aiding you. Then I shall open the door to my sanctum for you, and I shall leave. How do I know I can trust you? Foolish man, you can't. You can trust, however, that I would rather be away from here than deal with you myself. Have you another choice? Go then. I tire of this cage. I would see Maugrim dance before whatever human fury you can muster. Alright then. Oh, that one's broken. Oh, hello. Greater fire elemental. It's a good thing I'm not using the Bone Phoenix here. I'll probably just heal the darn thing. Very difficult, it says. Didn't feel very difficult. Bone Golem. It's less difficult than the elemental. And it went down like a sack of potatoes. Death Slide! Oh, these are fun. Awesome. And slime time. It is done. I am free at last. Would that I could visit vengeance upon Maugrim for this indignity myself. I give you thanks for my freedom, mortal. I shall open the door to my sanctum. You may deal with Maugrim at your leisure. Do not be here, however, when I return. Yeah, sure, no problem. Thanks for the help. We're going to save again. And yep, in we go. Okay, we got a Stone of Recall and a note. By the nature of the note, it is clear that the body upon which it was found was that of a spy in Arengen's employ. His mission has been to protect Lady Aribeth from any hidden dangers that may have befallen her. So, that's unfortunate. So this is their leader, this Gorgoth. And he's down. Need to get these mages because those fireballs are going to be a massive pain. Okay, that one's dead. Okay, well, that was a thing. Stone Golem down. No traps. That's good. Maugrim's Journal. This small book is filled sparsely with notes in Maugrim's now familiar scrawl. Several entries are of particular interest. The tower is ours. That over-ambitious fool Arklam trusted me far too much. I would gladly have ended his undead existence had his demon witch not sent him away so quickly. Well, he'll not have the use of her advice any longer, I've seen to that. Morag is displeased with me, however. So far the wizards I have sent forth from the tower have found only one of the words of power. She needs them all. We shall have the one in Neverwinter soon. And once the last 3 are located, all shall be as Morag wished. I remain confident of success. The plague ravages Neverwinter, just as Morag foretold. With each death by wailing, she grows stronger. Already she is able to appear in corporeal form. And with the coming war, she shall become even stronger still. I have received word that the old fool Nasher has been successful in stopping the plague, having acquired some help from adventurers. No matter, the deed is already done. Neverwinter is weakened, and what strength it has lost, Morag has gained. Morag says that Nasher's execution of the fool Fenthic will only serve us. Soon his greatest champion shall be ours indeed. The High Captains decimate each other daily, just as I suspected. I care not whether any of the fools actually succeed. Better is they all die, for none of them will lead the army as I promised them. Morag's nightly visits to Aribeth have had the desired effect. The former paladin has come and lain herself willingly at our feet. She shall lead the great host herself as Morag's champion. The words will be ours, and Morag shall triumph. Glorious shall be the day. Wonderful. And in the chest, a shield. Well, I think I've got nothing else to do here. I'll double check. Return to the Temple of Tyr. I think this is it. I think this is the end of this chapter. So, activate the Stone of Recall. Talk to Aaron. I have discovered all that I can about the cult in the host tower. We tell him about Maugrim and Aribeth's betrayal. Spine of the Words of Power.
Within the host tower of the Arcane, the enemy was finally revealed. Maugrim Korothir, madman, prophet, the one responsible for the Wailing Death. And with this revelation, a second betrayal. Aribeth, driven mad by her lover's execution, sought vengeance by joining Maugrim's cause. Together, they roused a fearsome army and prepared to descend upon Neverwinter. But an even greater evil threatened the city. The Words of Power, remnants of ancient magic long forgotten, were being sought by Maugrim's followers to bring devastation to the north. Neverwinter's champions were sent to the northern wastes of the Uthgard tribes to unearth these lost artifacts. For if Maugrim were to find the Words of Power first, the city of the north would surely fall.
Sent north? There's not much more north than Luskan from Neverwinter until you get past the Spine of the World and into Icewind Dale. So I'm wondering if that's where we are now. It did say the Uthgard tribes. They are up there. Interesting. Well, let's speak to Aaron and see what he has to say.
This has become something of a habit, has it not? Once more, Neverwinter is threatened. Once more, you are called.
I'm going to turn the voices up, because I cannot hear him. Turn it up to 50. Of course, he might not have been speaking at all, and I wouldn't have been able to hear it, so... Neverwinter is threatened, and wants my compound save us all.
Yet this time you will be reporting directly to me. With Aribeth's defection, Lord Nasher has elevated me from the role of spy master to that of his right hand. To be honest, I much prefer to stay in the shadows. Yet Neverwinter has need of me, so I will serve without complaint.
It is an honor to serve Neverwinter, Aaron.
Neverwinter has need of all her allies now, whether they serve for honor, duty, or gold. I have examined the reconnaissance reports of my operatives in the field, and the situation is grim indeed. The Luskan armies are marching against Neverwinter with Aribeth at their head, ravaging the land as they pass and leaving only destruction in their wake. Perhaps even more troubling are the reports of orcs and some of the Uthgard tribes joining Aribeth and the Luskan army to pillage and plunder.
Is there no one who comes to the defense of Neverwinter?
The Lord's Alliance has come to our aid. Without them, our plague-weakened city would already have come under siege.
So that means there should be forces there from Baldur's Gate, although they would have taken a while to get there. Well, not necessarily. Baldur's Gate's got a lot of powerful mages that could have just teleported people there, I suppose. Teleportation Circle is a wonderful spell. Anyway, and then there would also be people from Waterdeep. So.
And several of the Uthgard stand with us. The Red Tiger and Black Lion tribes have made camp with us here at Biaruna's Well and Uthgard Holy Site. But Aribeth and the Luskan army are best left to the generals in the field. You have a much more important mission.
Have your spies learned anything of Maugrim?
The few reports I have heard of Maugrim indicate he is not with the Luskan army. It seems he is content to leave the battles to Aribeth. I believe Aribeth and the Luskan invaders are but a decoy, a distraction to draw our troops and resources away from the true threat.
A decoy?
It has not been easy to gather information on Maugrim's cult, but we know they are frantically searching for the ancient artifacts known as the Words of Power. Though we do not yet know what these words are, or why Maugrim desires them, we know there are at least 3 of these artifacts. We must not let them fall into the hands of the cult. You must find these ancient words before Maugrim does. If you do not, then I fear any victory by the Lord's Alliance will prove meaningless.
Any idea where I should be looking for the Words of Power?
There are reports of Maugrim's followers searching throughout the land. The hills and mountains to the north, the forests to the west, even the sprawling farmlands to the south. I wish I had more guidance for you. Perhaps you can learn more from Lillian Cambridge, an expert on ancient artifacts who claims to have some knowledge of the Words of Power. Lillian has promised to offer whatever help she can to any of my agents in this matter. You could probably find her in the tavern in the southeast corner of the camp. I know this may seem an impossible task, but I can think of no other person I would rather have undertaking this mission than you.
And what should I do once I find these Words of Power?
If you find one of the words, bring it back to me here. My underground network will transport it to the safety of Lord Nasher's castle.
Anything else?
I regret there is nothing more I can tell you. Even the little information I have already given came at great cost. Many of my best men and women gave their lives for it.
Where could I get some supplies?
This camp has been set up to serve as a base for both the war effort and those searching for the Words of Power. In the various buildings, you will find whatever type of store you require.
I'll be going now.
I wish you luck in your mission. The very survival of Neverwinter may depend on it.
Alright, so all of the companions are right here. Well, we're going to go ahead and grab
Nice
Tommy.
to see you again. That cheerful Gen fellow brought you here too, huh? Looking for some words of power or something, hmm?
It's good to see you again, Tommy. I was going to take a long hike and look around for my old friend Sammy. I bet he's around here somewheres. But somehow I knew we'd bump into each other again. Well, to make the story short, I kind of was caught doing something I shouldn't when I was somewhere I shouldn't have been. So Mr. Gen said I had to come and help here or else. Figures that you'd be here too, my lord, with you being a great hero and all. Bet you didn't have to come like I did either. Do you know anything about the Words of Power, Tommy? Me? Heck no. You might want to trot off to the Coldwood and check it out, though. Why? Well, there's always tales of strange things out in those woods. I passed through more than a month back, and I remember seeing some ruins off the path. My guide said they belonged to some wealthy mage who locked herself away in there long ago, and that she used to collect a lot of strange things. So who knows? Old acquaintance of mine is in that area too. Name's Vash. I wouldn't trust him further than I could throw him, which ain't far, but he knows the Coldwood well. Would be honored to have you join up with me again, Tommy. Okie dokie, my lord. And there's that. Find a scroll in the bookcase. And let's see, are both of these? Yeah, both of these are just exits. Do I need to level him up?
What can Tommy do for you?
Talk. Yeah, he's got a story. So they've all got stories again. That's good. Oh, what did you have in mind, my lord? You've always been a rogue, Tommy. Funny you should ask that, my lord. I was an urchin on the streets of Callanport first and foremost, and that's where I learned me street smarts. But it wasn't always that way. In fact, when I was a tender young lad, a kindly human wizard saw great promise in me and took me in. I was his apprentice, in fact, for quite some time. That's where I met my best friend Sammy, after all. He was another apprentice. I would have been a full wizard myself if things had worked out. What went wrong? Well, you know, you can take the lad out of the street, but you can't take the street out of the lad. I wasn't much for books and studying at all. That wizard, what was his name? Halisar? He saw something in me that I never saw. Said I would make a wizard whether he liked it or not. I thought I would make a wonderful thief if I could be invisible and fly around all the time. I just couldn't wait. Halisar had all these pretty things in his tower, unfortunately. So, you stole them? Of course I stole them. What kind of a rogue do you think I am? Got a good price on the streets, too. Even Halisar beat me, I think that's supposed to be even though. Even though Halisar beat me black and blue by the time I returned. Once I swiped Halisar's spell book and sold that for a pretty price. Boy, was the old man furious. There was a storm brewing around his tower by the time I got back. Of course I had to lie and say that Sammy took the book. Come to think of it, that's how Sammy got kicked out of his apprenticeship. You got your friend kicked out? Well, he wasn't much of a wizard, and old Sammy wasn't my friend back then, anyway. I made it up to him by becoming his pal later, once I stopped being an apprentice. The end of my apprenticeship is quite the story itself. I should tell you that sometime, my lord, if you're interested. That would be later, though. Right now, we got a city to save, right? Alright then. Let's get out of here. Let's see what is around in the well. Alright. Just going to pause real quick. There's a barrel right there. That's cool. So we have Mercenary Enclave, Drinking House, which must be the tavern that Gend was talking about. Temple of Tyr. We have Druid Grove, Uthgart Settlement, and a trading post. What else? So that goes to Moonwood. That's to Coldwood. That's to Fort Ilkard. I don't know where that is. I'm going to take a look real quick. Because we're just going to explore the camp here. That's about all we've got time for. That fort. What was it called? Ilkard? I would have expected there to be a wiki page on it, but it doesn't appear to be. Well, that just takes me to the Wailing Death. Okay, well, let's see. Right. Ooh. Well. Yep. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay. Barrel. Money. A couple of commoners stuck on each other over there. That's funny. Let's see. Sign. Temple of Tyr. Alright. Check this crate. And then what is this building? Mercenary Enclave.
I don't recognize you. And I thought I knew all the new recruits who've joined the Lord's Alliance.
My name is Piers Geiger. I work for Aaron Gend. Piers Geiger? The same Piers Geiger who saved Neverwinter from the plague? We could use a good man like you up on the battlefront. It's too bad Gend has you working on something else. You must have come in here to purchase some equipment, right? So what can I interest you in? A good sword? A stout shield, perhaps? Or was there something else? I'd like to see your inventory. Unfavorable. That's wonderful. Alright, so what do we got here? We got banded mail +1. We got large shield +2. Equally. Greater cloak of protection versus law. Blightbringer lineage. It's +1 versus good, and demon fever on a DC 14. The product of a summoning gone awry, the Blightbringer was a demonic creature unleashed in the Chandlewood centuries ago. Slain at great cost, the spot where it fell remained tainted for years, twisting anything that took root there. These abominations were meticulously removed and destroyed by local druids, and while the area eventually did return to normal, the tools used to tend it were corrupted. Excuse me. Over time, resulting in the sickles now called Blightbringer lineage. Right then. That's only going to sell for 1, so +2 katana. Oh. So yeah, this guy has nothing that I really want. At least nothing that I'm seeing. Shield of the Dragon Slayer. It's a +3 shield, +5 versus dragons. Well, the shield I have right now is a +5 shield, just period. So it just so happens that I'm able to use it because I'm lawful. So that's not of any use. Armor of Freedom, Elven Ceremonial Armor. It's half plate, +1. Bunch of spell focuses. Not bad. Adamantine breastplate. It's +2 DR5. Mirrored armor. +3 padded with spell resistance. Chainmail of speed. +2 chainmail with haste. Neat. Squire's defense. It's leather. +2 with +3 strength. The armor of freedom is +3 full plate. The shield I have, or the armor I have right now, is very, very light. Gives me cold resist 20 and +3, but it's only banded mail, basically. Like banded or splint, yeah. They're both 6. So, I mean, and then a cloak of protection +3. So the armor of freedom is nice. It would be, I mean, I'd have freedom of movement, so entangle and stuff like that wouldn't affect me anymore. The armor bonus, my AC would go from 36 to 38, I think. Yeah, I would lose 20 cold resistance, but I've got this, which is giving me 15 cold resistance, so that's... We'll come back to that. Weapons... +2 Morningstar. +2 Longsword. So he's got +2s. And he's also got +1s and regulars. So I'm not seeing anything really that I'm interested in. And weapons. Potions, he's got pretty basic stuff. Ring of Protection +3, that's cool. Amulet of Natural Armor +3, which is what I've already got. Ring of Scholars. Okay. So there's nothing really that I want here. I'll go ahead and take a little extra time to explore the rest of these shops and locations. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to stick to the shops. And then we'll get into meeting other people another time. What's this? This is a trading post. Byron Silverblade.
Hello there.
Greetings, friend. Husher Clay at your service. Care to check out the wares here at this newest branch of my adventuring gear shops? What do you mean, the newest branch? Well, I used to run a little place way down south. Business was good, but the big money is in franchising, so I left my son in charge of my store and headed north to expand my merchant empire. When I came across all these rich adventurers gathered here in Baruna's Well, I figured this was the perfect place to set up my new shop, at least until I get a license to sell in Neverwinter. What kind of things do you sell? A little of this, a little of that. Items, magic, and mundane. Anything an adventurer might need. But if my wares don't interest you, talk to my dwarven friend over there in the corner. He's quite the accomplished smith. When it comes to arms and armor, if I don't sell it, there's a good chance he can make it. I'd like to take a look at your inventory. It's also unfavorable. Great. Alright, so does he have anything that's really stands out? Nope. +2 Warhammer, +3 Warhammer. I'll be having that. I've been raided at the absolute very end of my stream. I'm just finishing up with some shops. I have a toothpick in this hand. Yeah, you caught me at the very, very end. So, yeah, I'm just checking out some of the shops. I just finished with the last chapter, and I got into this one. I don't mean like the last chapter, but the previous chapter. And I'm just checking out the shops in this new area in the beginning of this new chapter before I move on. So, not really a whole lot going on. I mean, this is stuff that I could do in my own spare time, but here we are. +3 Morningstar, which I don't need. What do you mean by the end goal? It entirely depends on what you mean. Heavens. Flame strike. 10 uses, but yeah, I'll be having that. And bag of holding. Why not? Right now I'm just looking at the shops, but over the next few weeks of this, we'll be out adventuring around in the, I think this is the 3rd chapter of Neverwinter Nights, the main campaign. Let me double check. That was chapter 2. So yeah, this is chapter 3. So I'm just built, checking out the shops and everything to look at and see what kind of gear is available before moving on to actually get into the quest. So the primary quest right now is to search out the Words of Power, some very powerful ancient artifacts that the bad guys are after. So yeah, looks like, yeah, just window shopping right now. So this guy over here, this Barun Silverblade, he can make stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to him.
Hey, what?
Baron, Master George, you do here, make weapon and armor. Let's see. Component items. He gives you a book. Not interested right now. I'll be going. So let's see what he can make. So chromatic brush plate again. So he makes the same stuff that the smith back in Neverwinter makes. So like if I want to turn my +3 Warhammer into a rune hammer, I need to get adamantite. That kind of stuff. So drone Morningstar, fairy dust, Ace of Disruption, yeah. Okay. So yeah, he makes the same stuff. So I'll keep an eye out for those things as I go. Before I head off for the night, I am going to go back to the other shop. Oop, I didn't see that crate before. Tome of Boots? What is that? Huh. Yes, I know.
Okay.
Huh. So, yeah, I'm going to take that book. It will remind me later that I can make boots of... I can make gargoyle boots. That's... Wow. I did not know that. Alright, so I'm going to talk to this guy.
You need to buy.
I need to see your inventory. And get the Armor of Freedom. Yes, my pack is too heavy.
It is awkward.
It is awkward. Put that on. Sell that. I'm going to sell some stuff here that I don't need. As I think this is the... Well, you know what? Before I go really crazy, there's one other place I can check. I bet the head priest in the Temple of Tyr is where I should be selling my stuff. Which is over here. I am all turned around. Apparently this building is a Temple of Tyr. Nerik? Really?
Hail to ye!
Yeah. I remember Nerik. Good to see you again. I'm surprised you remember me. What was everything on your mind? Luskan cult, Aribeth's betrayal. That's enough to make someone forget their own name. Almost didn't recognize you, the great hero of Neverwinter. Struggling with a problem that's had me a little out of sorts lately. Maybe I could help you with this problem. You know what? We'll come back to this. How about you? Are you the one I want to talk to? Who are you? Okay. How about you?
Hello to you.
Okay, I have a Stone of Recall, so that's cool. That's the recall portal. Got some bookshelves. Is there not a shop?
No can do.
Huh. Interesting. Well, Nerik was actually the shop before, so yeah, there we go. Okay. So I lost the dialogue on that, but that's fine. Let's sell that. I'm going to get rid of the Bone Phoenix, because I can get a better one made later. Was his? Yeah, favorable. Okay. That's what I thought. Just thought I'd double check that. Like, wait a minute. Did I screw up? No, I'm good. Okay. Excellent. Alright, now I've got this bag here. Put that in there. And it's basically just sorting inventory stuff now. Got more of those than I need. Where? Okay, that's weird. Here it is. It's like, I know I saw potions of bull strength. Where'd they go? And I got some more healing potions I need to put away. Healer's kit. Scroll. Scroll of silence. Sounds good. No disease. More healer's kits. Very nice. Scroll of silence. I don't know if I have scrolls of resurrection somewhere. Do I? Bet I do. Oh, I see one thing I need to move. That's greater restoration. That's right there. Any other scrolls? No. Okay. I can move there. Wand of the Heavens. You're gonna occupy that spot right there. On the hot bar. Like that. I'm going to move the box to the last page. Which, speaking of the box, that's where my bolts are. Bolt of fire, paralytic bolt, that one. Okay. Open this up. All my slod tongues and ettercap silk glands and things like that are going to go in here. As you never know, I might actually end up needing them. That rod will go there. Put these books in here as well. Stone of Recall can actually go on the last page. It's where it's supposed to be anyway. Okay. Nope. No. Oh, yep, there it is. Resurrection. And that should go with the other healing potions. There they are. Tommy's contract can go on the last page. Small diary. Okay. Okay, it looks like the inventory's cleared up now. So, what do we got here? Boots of Speed, gargoyle boots, which I can apparently make. Greater Belt of Guiding Light. What am I wearing? Belt of Hill Giant Strength. Yeah, not changing that for nothing. Cloak of Fortification +3. Yep, I'll be having that. His weapons are, yep, not great. Scrolls and Potions. Rod of Resurrection, which I will never need. Greater Amulet of Health would be cool. Ring of Power. Regeneration, Freedom, which the armor I just bought does. Cold, Electrical, and Fire Resistance 15. I think it's actually like this, but better. Acid, Cold, Electrical, Fire. This is Cold, Electrical, and Fire, so no acid resistance. I mean, I can't even afford it, so I just burned a bunch of my money. Totally worth it. That's fine. Eventually I'll get the Ring of Power, because that +1 regeneration actually does make a difference. And that's one, you get 1 hit point back per round. It doesn't sound like it's a whole lot, but it is. It's helpful. And somehow I didn't level. But I will rest. And this segment has gone like 10 minutes over what I intended, but that's fine. So as soon as we finish resting, I'll save. There we go. And we will pick this up another time. Until then, thank you for joining me today. If you like what you've seen, consider following the stream so you can get updates and notifications of when I go live. Also remember that all of my streams are kept here on Twitch as VODs for a week, as well as recorded and uploaded afterwards to YouTube. If you want to see more content from me, check out my YouTube channel, link in the About section. If you're already there and you like the content, consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you like today's videos, hit the like button, preferably on all of them, and let YouTube know. It helps with the algorithm so they come up more often in recommended videos. Also hit the bell to be notified of when new content goes up. If you want to see future live streams, I'm on Twitch every day, 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Except for every other Friday, but... oh yeah, I will not be on this Friday. This Friday I'll be gone. Also remember that I have a community Discord server, permanent link to which can be found in the About sections of both YouTube and Twitch. If you're feeling generous and want to help support the channel or stream, consider donating to my Patreon. That link can also be found in the aforementioned About sections, and as well in the bottom right-hand corner of today's video. You could also consider subscribing to my Twitch channel. That also helps me out greatly, and I would greatly appreciate it. If you like my content and you think others will too, feel free to share it. Anything that helps the channel grow is greatly appreciated. Would love to have the opportunity to maybe entertain more people. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed the streamer videos today, and I hope to see you again soon. Until then, take care, stay safe, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.